Entering an elevator nonchalantly trend. Who did it better? Guys, I'm just gonna give you a spoiler real quick and say it was absolutely none of the people in the video we're about to watch. This showed up on my timeline from this one person quote tweeting it. Did nonchalant get a new definition while I wasn't looking? And if so, I'm not mad about it. I just like to know because language is inherently fluid. We use words in different ways. I remember like chalant becoming a part of my vocabulary in high school because I watched Young Justice. And whelmed, you guys remember that? You remember that? At least 3 of you are in the audience just squeeing right now, but let's look at like how these guys think is an appropriate way to get into an elevator. I haven't watched all of them. We're gonna go through them one by one, but I'll tell you now that the ones I have seen are just gonna like make you the kind of friend that goes, just get in the fucking door. Like, I'm sorry, if you want to hit the wind up on a cartwheel so that you can actually get the form going good, you need to have that shit moving before the elevator doors start closing. Like, if we look at her technique here, her feet weren't even at the line by the time the door was already closed. That thing would have crushed her like a goddamn trash compactor. I'm enjoying myself too much. I like scrubbing on the timeline to like make people move in funny ways. Also, I'm gonna address something a little out of the way here. A lot of people have asked about the game that I'm playing. It's called Eclipsium, but somebody mentioned in a previous video that I had been like crawling through some vents and I was like moving back and forth and just kind of moving my hand over and over again. When I was playing, I imagined it like I was pawing at something like a cat or like I was a DJ doing a record scratch. Just wanted to leave that context here in order to clarify. All right, who's next up to the plate? This guy looks like he's about to make an actual attempt at getting it nonchalantly, but I promise you that that's not what's about to happen. Oh, I don't know if I can show the rest of that, dude. I hope it like eventually opened and the elevator didn't go down with his hand still in the fucking door because that shit would have hurt. My thing is like, I don't think I'm actually gonna hate all of the entrances these guys try to make into the elevator. Like, I think some of them will be stylistically impressive or like cool in their concept. But like, so far we're just getting failure after failure and it doesn't really go with the idea of nonchalant. At least this guy was trying for the nonchalant. Like, that's something you can't say for everybody. He paid a much higher price than the cartwheeling girl, but you have to respect that he believes in the spirit of the institution that we're all practicing right now. Okay, you know what? That guy low-key had it. Like, that was impressive, all right? I'll fucking give him that, sure. But popping the hat in there and, like, all the skill you probably had to practice in order to make that even, like, a possibility. Like, you saw this trend going around TikTok and you're like, I have a great idea. It's like when you're commissioning an artist, you're not just paying for the labor in the moment. You're paying for the thousands of hours of expertise that artist has put into getting as good at their craft as they are right now. So it's just really hard for me to endorse that as nonchalant, because if you were nonchalant, you would have like no commitments or passions about anything. You would just seem like effortlessly chill. You wouldn't be depressed about your lack of things in life. You would just be perfectly okay with having none while having the outward appearance of calm and collected. Maybe you have a slight smile whenever your fucking ends of your mouth is tweaked up. Who can stop the elevator most nonchalantly? This definitely comes from one of the compilations. Part of me is hoping that they were leading with fails so that like we would see some actually good ones. Girl, fucking put that shit down. The cool boots, I guess, but that was nonchalant. Like, I would argue the hat is more nonchalant because it's something like on your person that you can just toss and then get back later. It's casual for you. I have a story from my personal life. I'm actually really good at taking the scooper for my cat's food, and like after I feed her, it's like just a really effortless motion to throw it in the bag. I don't even have to lean over to drop it in anymore. I almost never miss. Just been doing it for so long, man. I have the trajectory just memorized in my brain. Humans, who I copied this from and am not one myself, I am a killer robot, are really good at throwing things and throwing things a lot. Like baseball is the throwing things sport. I guess you could say like discus or something is. A lot of sports are just throwing things. But like Jesus Christ, you can get good at it, man. You know, that was genuinely nonchalant. I think that actually fits the definition of the term really well. That guy was out here putting in fucking work. Like, you could have mistook it as, like, him wearing Crocs without the, racing strap on, and then, like, he steps and stops a little too hard, and then it accidentally goes in the elevator, and then he's able to finally get on the contraption so he can go up to his floor. You know who would have a huge problem with this challenge? And I'm gonna make, like, a ridiculously deep cut for you. Yesterday Upon the Stair Deku would not be able to fucking do this shit at all, man. If you know, you know. know. Him and elevators just, they don't really go together, man. Like, you can't pull that off. I like making references in these videos that are for like maybe 7 people total. I think I've done 2 of those in here already. Nonchalantly stopping the elevator door. Dude, why is your chin further than any other part of your body? Like, I'm like looking from the side trying to get the angle here. Like, he is just like leaned all the way forward. This is how I sit like at all times. I feel like I found a kindred spirit because I walk around like this, man. I got a crazy fucking slouch these days. Oh, see, no, you had a reaction and you showed your big pearly whites after you successfully pulled off the thing you thought would be funny, dude. You're supposed to not react after. Just because you were calm and collected and weren't, like, busting out into smiles before you did it doesn't mean that you're allowed to right after. Like, how seriously do you take this nonchalant stuff? I'm curious. Like, I don't believe that you are really about it. That said, holy fuck, dude, that's like definition. My main issue is that he's doing this in jorts. I find it funny that, like, I was talking about his chin being further out than the rest of his body, and that he picked, like, another body part to stick out the farthest in the other direction. You have to train for glutes like these, man. That is, again, dozens and dozens of hours of dedication put into making something happen. Seems like you care. Not very nonchalant of you. Who can open the door most nonchalantly? Most of these come from, like, compilations of groups of friends doing it all together. I take it that they're just kind of picking and choosing the best ones or the ones they liked the most for the comp. Ooh, 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 the pickup of the shoe, very casual, walked right past them like it wasn't a thing. Like, I feel like that is the mark of a true savant in this particular skill. It's that they have good follow through. They don't perform nonchalantness walking up to the damn thing and then, like, break composure when the thing they wanted to try actually worked and they get all excited about it. Like, oh my god, I can't believe it, I'm so excited, this is what it means to be human. Like, shut the fuck up, dude, no one cares. I certainly don't. I'm not a person, I'm a robot. I want you to die. That last one, though, like, they casually, like, picked up the shoe from where they left it off and, like, pretended like it wasn't a thing. Maybe to them it really wasn't. They convinced me. I feel like that's the best one we've seen so far about committing to that bit. People in the replies were giving rave reviews of this scarf lady who, like, apparently her entrance into the elevator was really good. Go. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really see the hype. It got the elevator door to stop from closing, but it didn't have the aesthetic bit, and, like, she kicked way too hard, with too much force, with too much care. It looked like effort was put into that, so unfortunately that is, pretend that's me knocking a gavel, disqualifying. Like, she can't be considered part of the running. There has to be a different scarf lady. That cannot be the hype people in the replies were going crazy for. Oh, the pink scarf girl's entrance. Alright, so we do still have a potential for a big showing out tonight, fellas. Hit me with the next. Trying to do the nonchalant elevator trend, except the elevator breaks. The elevator didn't break in that one, man. You can't just hype me up with a caption like that and not show me the one where it happens. Like, that seemed like it was working perfectly. Also, doing this with, like, your grippers out is certainly a fucking choice, man. Alright, I just feel supremely let down by that one, so we're gonna move right along to the next because I feel really cheated out of an experience at the moment. See, this being nonchalant is much more believable with something like a slipper or a croc than it is with dress shoes, man. Because look at you, you got all done up. You probably looked yourself over in the mirror before you went out for the day. Like, you cared about how others perceived you. These other dudes out here are doing it in their fucking pajamas. They're wearing, like, their house shoes, the shit they wear to go get the mail before they go right back inside. You look like you're probably closing deals of some kind. Like, it's just the same gimmick, but not as believable, man. Like, it's the follow through. It starts, like, before the even attempt occurs, and it keeps going after the attempt succeeds. You need to have some performance about you, and you're performing non-performance, and you failed. See, that feels like the kind of actual real-life nonchalantness you would try to see someone exude after having an embarrassing moment. Like, that dude just got fucking shoulder-checked by the wall on the other side of the door, and then kept walking and tried to pretend that shit didn't just happen to him, like he wasn't about to get trash compacted like it's Star Wars. Like, that's the most authentic feeling one, where it seems like your buddy who is lagging behind because he was looking at his phone is trying to rush into the elevator with you, and doesn't want to seem like he wasn't paying attention. I gotta give it points for how believable it was to me. I see what I thought was a wacky inflatable flailing arm tube man here, but I think it's more likely to be A, the prototype from Poppy Playtime, or B, it's the pink scarf girl we've had hyped up to us at this point. Oh, that was really good. That was really good. It made it seem like the elevator stop wasn't even like a thing she was trying to do. She was just wrapping up her scarf, and it managed to actually stop the elevator at the same time. Oh my god. That was by far the best performance we've seen. I think the hat one was probably like just the coolest visually and like the ability to do that. But holy fuck, that like just mogging everybody else in this compilation with that fucking scarf flick, dude. Cause the follow through was built in. It was like saying, oh, this was a part of a rotation I was doing in the hallway before I even came into the elevator. I wasn't trying to stop it. Things like that just happen for me because I'm them. Because I am literally the protagonist. Holy shit, dude. Fuck, I'm in awe, man. I have not seen a performance like that in ages. That was incredible. Not trying too much, I'm sorry. Like, it's impressive you can kick your leg that high, especially in heels, and like, you got a good stride to you. But that was just genuinely, you were walking like you were going somewhere. And I feel like if you're truly nonchalant, you should be walking like you don't care where you end up. Just doing so confidently, but not like so fast that it looks like you've traveled this road many times and have a routine and commitments to other people in your life. Just doesn't sit right with me, man. All right, we got a few more. Let's keep it pushing. See, that was like a really good hand stop, and like honestly I have a healthy fear of like putting my hand in the elevator really close to the end to stop it from closing because of how many times we've seen the sensors just fail. But I think that one was actually a pretty good technique-wise one. But again, it's the smile and everything. You have to keep your composure of pretending there's no composure to keep. But you know, you break out laughing because, oh, I'm doing a funny trend with my friends and I'm enjoying hanging out with them. This is what being human's all about. No one fucking cares. Oh, yeah, no. Dude, if you were nonchalant before, after that shit happens, you are not gonna be. Because that, like, you were looking forward to that coffee. Like, he was in genuine distress when it didn't work. Like, people forget that the thing that stops the elevator is technology. It's not like some fucking sense or empathy on the part of the elevator seeing, ooh, that's squishy. I gotta be really gentle and back it up slowly here. It's like hydraulics or whatever the fuck, pulling it back and forth, man. It has crushing pressure. Yup, no, and then it just rides all the way up. Okay, that one was cool. Okay, I'll get that was our last one. I'll give her that because she had like the little finger wag, but she's smiling, bro. Sonic would never fucking say that. Sonic would not giggle. Sonic would get into the elevator really nonchalantly, and then he would live here because he's homeless. He's literally the wind. He's literally the wind. Guys, I'm going fucking insane and need to be put away forever. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at with a Y. That email's in the description if you guys want to send me any video topics. Anyways, piss off.